Hey folks, this is Bardic Dragoon. Welcome back to Dragon Quest. When we last left off, we were introduced to the game, kind of learned what we're supposed to be doing here, and then I went off camera and did some grinding. Oh, also, I keep hitting this button by accident, so since I did that here, I might as well show you. We do actually have a world map. The little feather icon shows where we are. Orange dots are towns, purple dots are dungeons, and we're going to be actually going... Well, today we're going to be doing a lot of traveling. First stop is going to be up there in the northwest of the map there. We're going to be stopping by there, and then we're also going to be stopping by the other town there over in the northeast corner of the map here. As we've got some progress. We've got some things to check out. Oh, but the reason I accidentally hit that is because I wanted to open the menu, because we are now level 4. This means we have learned Heal and Sizz. Heal is a healing spell. It heals you by about 25 to 30 hit points, and there's actually not much reason to use the inn in Tantagel simply because there's a guy that can restore all of your MP for free in the castle, and then you can just cast heal on yourself as much as needed. But Sizz is an attack spell, and it does, if I remember correctly, 15 to 30 points of damage, but I'm sure we'll get into a fight here in a moment where we can take a look at that. This is going to be a waste to use it, but yeah. Sizz. Okay, so it doesn't actually tell you the damage output, but yeah, it does about 15 to 30 points of damage if I remember correctly. And so let's kill this slime here. And I believe we should be right near our first destination for today. There we go. Oh, Ghosts. Ghosts are another enemy that's in that initial starting area there. They are probably the strongest enemy in that initial starting area, having 7 HP, an attack power of 11, and a defense stat of 8, though they do also give 8 gold and 4 experience. Again, no special abilities, but these are starting area enemies, so who's surprised by that? So, still kind of a waste to use fire magic to Sizz on them when we can probably take them out in 1 or 2 attacks with taking minimal damage. And huzzah! We have won again. Okay, sure, let's listen to your song, kid. Yeah, you got a ways to go on that quest, kid. Just saying. Anyway, this town is the one was mentioned by the merchant, the other one, Gallenholm. There's actually a lot to do here, but we can't do really much of it here. There's an inn, but we aren't really damaged, so we're not going to worry about that. Thou art come from Tantagel? Then surely thou didst espy a cavernous shrine on the journey here. 'Tis said 'twas built to honor the name of the mighty hero Erdrick. Where's Lotos Crave, huh? Get a equipment shop, which has some better stuff. Of course, got our club that we have right now. It's a copper sword, which is going to give us, which is also available in Tantagel, boosts our attack by 6, but there's also the iron axe, which boosts our attack by 11. It's almost an extra 3 points of damage. Well worth the money, but we can't afford either of those. There's a leather suit, which at this point only gives us 2 extra points, so, an extra point of defense knocked off. But there's the chainmail, which is 8 points. It's pretty reasonable. And the iron shield, an upgrade from the leather shield that we could buy back in Tantagel, that gives us a boost of 10 points of defense, as opposed to 4 from the leather shield. Again, though, we really can't afford any of this except the leather suit, and it's not really worth it. Long, long ago, when the great bard Galen did at last bring his wanderings to an end, 'twas here that he did settle. Thus did the town which sprang up around his dwelling come to be known as Gallenholm. And if you might be putting 2 and 2 together right now in your head, yes, we do need to find, as I said, that bard is important. His harp, I think is what he played, whatever, the musical instrument, is one of the 3 things that we need to find. Or, well, it allows us to find one of the things we need to find. So we do need to come back here eventually, because yes, his harp is still here. Thou knowest of the cause of his majesty's woe, dost thou not? Well, I did chance to espy the culprits. Who? Why, the foul fiends that did bear off the Princess Gwaelin. Eastward did they fly, ever eastward. Is there none in this realm with courage enough to go to her rescue? Yes, there are. There is? Then I bid thee, bear ward to this brave soul, whomsoever it may be. Tell him that the princess was taken to the east. And yeah, she was. We're actually going to pass by her probably either this video or next, depending on how long things take. Anyway, let's have an item shop here. Nothing new here. We've got our dragon scale. We actually... Yeah, I don't need a torch quite yet. And then we can leave. I thought that would go around. So let's get back in town here. And yeah, this locked door is important, but we don't have any keys. So, can't do much here. So let's head to our next destination here. Which our next destination is... Well, it's kind of worth coming up here because it's a bit easier to get to our next destination if we approach it from this general direction. And another shit slime. Stabbity! Huzzah! And we come to our first bridge. Though actually this bridge doesn't really kind of count as a new area, because it's actually, if we go farther down, it's still connected by land. It's just there's a poison swamp which will take damage if we walk through, so we're not going to do that. However, we will be crossing a bridge or two today. Ghosts. Of course, I ran into one of them off camera, but not the other enemy that's in that starting area here. Oh! Speak of the devil, or the Draki as the case may be, which is the fourth enemy in the starting area, as well as can appear in, Erdrick's cave there. Drakis are the other somewhat strong enemy. I'd still say the ghosts are stronger, but Drakis are, significantly stronger than the red or the slimes and she slimes, in that they have 6 hit points, 9 attack, 6 defense, and give you 6 gold and 3 experience. And again, no special abilities. And again, they die like chumps because we're kind of over-leveled for this area. But once we cross this bridge, the Drakis will let us. We will find ourselves in a new area with new enemies, which we should be decently leveled for here. And if we pass this desert... and here's our first one. The Dracolite. Also known as a magic Draki in earlier translations, the Dracolite is a stronger version of Draki that has 15 hit points, attack and defense of 13, gives you 20 gold, 12 experience, and it also actually has 8 MP because it can cast Sizz, which is what we're going to do here because this should toast this guy very easily. Huzzah! Alright, so let's continue on our way into this forest to the town of, I believe, Cole? Yep. Good day, friend. Thou hast found thy way to the tumbled village of Cole. And Cole is another village where we're going to be talking to people. Prithee, stranger, tarry a while and hear the news of the village. Yonder housewife goeth by the name Claire. Her husband did depart in search of Magic Keith, and has yet to return. But what man of man must he be to leave such a beauty to wallow in solitude and woe? Men. Sorry about the pause. That just occurred to me. I was trying to remember if we had missed something, but no, we hadn't missed anything in Galenholm. It just occurred to me, I didn't really search any of the treasure chests in there. But yeah, we didn't miss anything. All the stuff that we can find that's worth taking is going to be behind that locked door. Anyway, I must not bemoan my lot. My beloved husband possesseth great dreams, far be it from me to hinder them. Locks, child, thine is a face fit only for the fairest of maidens. I do not doubt that thou art an uncommonly happy young fellow. Knowest thou of Remolda? I hear a merchant there doth ply a trade in keys. Keys, very useful. Okay, well, I wanted to talk to the knight, but I guess we'll talk to this item shop owner. Oh, no, it's a weapon shop, which also has, in addition to what we saw in... Well, actually, it's got the same weapons. Really, the main upgrade here is the armor, where we have iron armor, which gives us a 14-point bonus to defense compared to our current, so 16 overall. And a full plate armor, which gives us a 22-point or 24 overall point. But yeah, we can't afford any of this. Well, we can afford a leather shield, but I'm not going to do that. Because, actually, 4 points... I'll have to think about that with a leather shield. I might actually pick that up here. What do you have to say? Knowest thou of Remolda? I hear the merchant... Oh, I already talked to you. Examines the ground at his feet. But look, the fairy flute. I thought we had to do something special to get that here, but okay, cool. That's a thing. That's going to be useful. Not immediately, but later on we will need that. Hast thou set foot upon the isle to the south of this place? No. 'Tis famed for the town of Remolda, which standeth proudly upon it. But yes, the fairy flute. A flute fashioned by the ancient fairy folk. Unlimited uses. The fairy flute can actually allow you to... to put enemies to sleep. So it can be a pretty useful little item. And it's basically needed for one of the pseudo-bosses in this game. Behold the public baths. Enter, wanderer, and cleanse thyself. Yeah, what do you have to say? Puff, puff, puff. Oh, I can hardly bear it. Puff, puff, you say? Well, wouldn't be a Dragon Quest game without that now, would it? Ah, set of plain clothes. That doesn't do us any good. Nothing useful. Ah, a Seed of Strength. There we go. And this is something that was added, wasn't in the original game, but later Dragon Quest games added the concept, and so with the Super Famicom remake it became a thing. Stat Seeds. These allow you to boost your stats by a random value between 1 to 3 points. In other games, it can be a bit of a question, do you use them now or later? Who do you use them on? But here we only have one character, so, the moment we find them, just munch down on these things. And, well, right now we've got a strength of 11. So if we eat this, nom 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 nom. Strength increased by 2, so now we have a strength of 13. Hooray! Hooray! Though thou art fair indeed, wilt thou sample thy sensual puff-puff for a mere 20 coins? Well, not a Dragon Quest game proper without it. Then let the ritual begin. Puff-puff, 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 puff, puff-puff. Well, art thou now not alive with pleasure? Puff, puff, puff-puff, puff-puff, puff, puff. Alas, the ritual is ended. Thy custom is e'er appreciated, noble sir. Pray visit us as often as thy mood taketh thee. And yeah, that does absolutely nothing, but it's a staple of the Dragon Quest series that started here. So yeah, I'm not saying no to that. Also, given what Puff Puff is supposed to be, as it's a Puff Puff is basically a Japanese onomatopoeia, commonly used to that's poison tile, by the way. To describe the sound or sensation of a woman's breast pressing against something. I'm all for that. In real life, doesn't do much good in this 16-bit up converted of an 8-bit game, but it's tradition. I'm gonna do it. Damn it. Anyway, though formidable indeed, the Towering Golem feareth but one thing: the painfully pure tones of the fairy flute. Some creatures cannot be vanquished by main force alone, yet all are possessed of a weakness. Learn of it and exploit it. And yeah, that golem he talks about is actually guarding one of the towns we need to get to later on in the game. So the fact that we found the fairy flute is very useful. They kind of make it obvious here, though, with where it's set. It was actually a glowing spot on the ground, if you didn't notice. Other versions, it's not quite as obvious, so you kind of have to talk to other people to learn where it is. Whatever. A traveler did tell me of a cave at the sea's edge south of this place, in which languished a maiden most fair. But the cave in question is overrun with foul fiends. Pray, how might a delicate damsel survive such a hellish hole? More likely doth it seem that the traveler, driven mad with fear, did glimpse a phantom of his own mind's making. Yeah, okay. And this is the item shop. And we're actually going to buy a torch, because we're going to need one here before too long. Nope, that torch was pretty much all we needed. Alright. And I forget what I think you just have information. Ow, ow. Brave lady, bearer of the blood of Erdrick, hero of legend, know that thy weapon will not serve to vanquish the Dragon Lord. The sword of thine ancestor remaineth still in this land. Seek it out, and let it cleanse our realm of evil once more. Yeah, you weren't useful. Ow, ow. And yeah, each step on a poison tile is 1 point of damage. So, let's use the inn. Welcome, wanderer, unto this our humble hostelry. Here a night's lodging might be had from your 12 gold coins. Wilt thou lay thy weary head to rest? Yes, yes, we will. Then may thy sleep be sound and thy dreams pleasant. And you know what? Actually, I am going to buy that leather shield. So I don't feel like grinding for the gold to get something more useful for the moment. And an extra 4 points of defense. It's, you know, a pretty big increase from where we stand. And hey, it's an extra 2 points of damage that I'm not going to be taking. Alright. So now that we are fully equipped with a weapon, armor, shield, and even an accessory, we shall begin our adventure in earnest, sort of. This is mostly we're going to be taking care of some optional things here. Oh, one of them isn't optional, it's more kind of visiting a thing that will be mandatory when you do later on. Scorpions! Ah, okay. Didn't think we'd... Actually, no, that's right, they do show up here. So, scorpions. They are, well, giant scorpions. They are fairly strong, coming in at 15 hit points, 18 attack, 35 defense, and giving you 25 gold and 16 experience. These are enemies that are basically made to be fried with magic, as one Sizz spell should take care of them, and with their high defense, I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to hurt them. So, we have a cooked scorpion for dinner tonight, people. Actually, I'm curious. I wonder if Scorpion is any good. I don't know. Because, yeah, with the attack power of 17, with that defense of 35, I can still hurt it. I just can't do anything meaningful to it damage-wise. Anyway, let's come up here. Should be a shrine. We could stop being accosted by random monsters. I mean, it's a JRPG, random encounters are a thing, but yeah. And in this shrine, this old guy. Thou art Letty, art thou not? Word of thy quest to defeat the Dragon Lord hath reached even unto this far-flung place. Alas, thy foe is blessed with strength beyond reckoning, and I cannot suffer thee to go to thy certain doom. Therefore thou must first be tested. Somewhere in this world there is a harp unto whose melody the beasts of the wild do flock as moths to a flame. Bring me this curious instrument, and the Staff of Rain shall be thine. And yeah, the Staff of Rain is one of the, relics that we need in order to get to the actual Dragon Lord's castle. And the flute that he mentions, as I already mentioned earlier in Galenholm, belonged to the Bard Galen. And yeah, we're going to need to dig through his grave to find it. Aren't we great people? Woo! Revel up! Did I just say revel up? The joke is rebel up. Rebel up. Because Japanese transliteration can be weird sometimes. Alright, Chief's line, swoop. Alright, so the next spot that we're going to be traveling to is going to be kind of our first real dungeon here. Oh, it's already been 20 minutes. Yeah, I'm not as worried about that because we're going to stop by Tantagel and get good free healing there or continuing on our way. Though our way is going to be a bit of a circuitous and random path here. Go north. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Thank you. So since we've got a bit of traveling to do here, let's talk a bit about the original version. I mean the very original, the Famicom version. As the NES version that came out here in the States, Dragon Warrior, is actually kind of an updated remake of the original Famicom game. Actually, no. I wanted to do... Actually, I think I might want to sell some items heading to town for a moment here. Yeah. I don't need that bamboo spear, those plain clothes. And they're taking up inventory space. Anyway. First thing first, though. Lady's health is completely restored. And then talk to this guy. No. Talk to this guy. And behold, my health, or my MP, has been completely restored. Hence, as I said, there's no reason to use the inn in Tantagel. Though I think we're going to stop by there and unload some items here that we don't really need. Anyway, but the original game was as surprisingly as like, yo, this is a primitive JRPG. No, really, the original Dragon Quest for Famicom was bizarrely and insanely primitive. I mean, it was the first of its kind, so, you know, I suppose you can't really yell at it too much for being, like, super primitive, but, you know... whatever. Anyway, because the original game, well, I mean, you see here we've got, you know, multi-directional facing sprites here, and, you know, we can just press the generic interact button, and it will allow us to interact with the world. There are menu options that allow us to do things, you know, like, rather than that, you know, door in the king's room at the beginning, if I hadn't just hit interact, I could have gone into the menu item, selected the key, and it would have used it if I was standing in front of it. But, anyway, the original game, you only had the forward-facing sprite. And when you open the menu, you had commands for talk, look, you know, item, whatever, all of that. And when you did that, you would select that, and then you had to select what direction you were using it in. As I said, incredibly primitive, but, you know, it's the first of its kind, so cut it some slack, I suppose. Thank you. I'm trying to hit you. Please be hurt. Anyway. But yeah, just one of those little oddities that kind of is interesting on that. By the second game, they did go for basically what Dragon Warrior had in the US, where you had multi-directional sprites, and I think you still had to open the menu to do commands, but you didn't have to, like, select what direction you were doing that command in and all of that, so that's cool. Anyway, another scorpion, so let's fry this dude. And then we're gonna walk around this poison swamp. And there we go. The Rocky Cave. And... alright. Let's see if I can remember my way through this place. Yeah, because we enter in here. You can't get to that without... actually, that's not necessary. Okay. Alright, so first thing here, we go this way. You can take, if you take the other path, that takes to basically an upper path that leads to the same spot that we're going to be reaching here in a moment. Ooh, the Lunatic. Okay. This is a new enemy. If I remember correctly, this is the... one of the first main... well, we already ran into the magic Drakis. But, yeah. These dudes... okay, actually, no, they don't have any special abilities. They just are kind of strong. With the defense of 18, attack of 20, and 22 hit points. Let's see how this goes. Time to cook some dinner. Alright, cool. So, when we come to this crossroads, that's the one I'm thinking of. This crossroads I'm thinking of. Yes. If we go here, we need to go to this direction. The down basically just leads to 2 dead ends. There we go. But yeah, the down leads to 2 dead ends, and up leads to a loop that's basically an alternate way to come from the entrance. But since we've come this direction... I might have wanted to buy more herbs before coming in here. That might have been a good idea. Alright, let's see. Where I want to go is actually this way. Because here... 344 gold coins. Quite a boon to be found. Not what we're here for, though. We need to go a little bit deeper. Alright, and okay, one moment. Alright, actually, I'm thinking I might have come in here a little underprepared. So we are actually, rather than continuing onward, going to get out of here for a moment and pick up some more items. Probably, actually, pretty much. Oh, Prestidigitator. I can't words. So yeah, these, in case, walking around in robes didn't tip you off to it, these guys are magic users. They're actually pretty weak, only having 12 hit points and an attack power of 8, defense of 12, but they can use fire. Let's see how we do here. 7 points. So since they only have 8 HP, or 8 MP, sorry, they don't tend to use magic a lot, but they can. And yeah, if you aren't prepared for it, it can hurt. Let's see, I want to go this way, this way, this way. And get out of here. Go. Oh! Level up. Heck yeah. And let's see. Strength up by 4. HP increased by 3. MP by 4. We got 21 gold coins. Sweet. So with our increased wealth, let's get the heck out of Dodge. The Chimera Wing to return back to town. First things first. Buy a new Chimera Wing, or Chimera Wing. I don't know why I kept saying Chimera there for a moment. We don't sell Chimera Wings. I might have goofed up on this here a little bit. That's okay. Because if I'm not mistaken... Yeah, no. Okay. Yeah, I need to head all the way. Okay. It's going to be a bit of a trip to go get into the Chimera Wing. But then again, that's where I'm going to want to go as far as getting new equipment anyway. So yeah, we're going to need to go to Cole here. First things first. There we go. Full health. We are going to want to pick up some equipment over in Cole. Alright, so now that we're here at Cole, we're going to, well, first of all, actually, no, the weapon shop. When you get to the item shop, which, because I don't have any keys, is the long, I have to go the long way to get to. Nothing's ever easy, I suppose. Probably back to pick up some herbs, but actually I'll probably make that decision once we're back to Tantagel. Probably do that. Why are you being weird, D-pad? Let's see, what can we pick up here? We could get the iron axe. Actually, that's probably going to be our best bet. As for armor, I mean, we could probably go pick up the leather armor as well for a little bit of extra boost in defense. But yeah, not really much here, so we'll pick up the iron axe to boost our attack power. So we can do a bit better without having to rely on spells to hurt things. Because, yeah, 11 points. That's, 2 to 3 points extra damage there. And let's sell off our club. Alright. So now that we are stronger, let's go ahead. Oh yeah, attack power 35. We can actually start doing something with normal attacks to those stronger enemies we're running into. That's good. So now let's head back to Dracolite. You can go. By the way, when enemies cast Sizz, it's about half as strong as it is for you. So, I mean, still that can be pretty damaging, especially at the stage of the game that we're at. But yeah. I just beat up your older brother. I don't need to worry about you. Get out of my face. Alright, so now we'll head back. Stop into Tantagel to heal up a bit. Pick up some medicinal herbs, maybe some leather armor. Let's see, how are we doing money-wise? 130. Let's see. Yeah, we can pick up the leather armor. The leather suit. Okay, anyway. Yeah, because 2 extra points. Not a big... Actually, no. We're going to avoid that. Pick up some herbs. Oh, also another torch. We need that. Yes. Let's pick up about 5 herbs. 2, 3, 4, 5. My current health, that's actually pretty close to a full heal. Yeah. That's pretty solid healing right there from an herb for the moment. So pick up 5 of those and then go exploit the MP Recovery Man to get ourselves to full health and everything. Need to go north first to loop around the bridge so we can get to where we were and where we were trying to get to. Alright, I'm think I'm going to meet you guys there unless we run into anything new in the once we cross the bridge there. Alright, so here we are at the cave, or the stone cave here. So let's take another shot at this really quickly. Or, sorry, Rocky Cave, rather. Items. Use the torch. And yeah, the low route is the faster of the two. Oh yeah, this is much better. This is much better. Having an axe rather than a club. Getting an extra level under our belt. Amazing how something that simple can make all the difference. I'm not too happy with the, encounter rate here. But, overall, things are easier to kill now. I'm taking them out in 2 turns and not really taking all that much damage. So, okay, yeah, now this way. Go at the intersection, then we come down here. And with all those coins, we're making some money. We could probably do some more upgrading. Alright, so then here. To the left is a stairway, but that stairway leads to a dead end, so we don't want to go that way. We do want to go to this direction, but instead of going north to where we got that money, we're going to go south here. Find another one of these giant ticks. Oh, critical hits. You have I think it's 1 in 32 chance of a critical hit landing, and it basically does double damage, so that's cool. Either that or ignores enemy defense, I forget which. Though, either way, more damage, always good. This way. And a ghost. You're not even really worth considering here. Come on. Oh, actually, no. Don't tempt fate. Don't say throw something tough at me and then I'm going to die, because, that'd be bad. Alright, and now to the second floor of this dungeon. And from the second floor, it's actually a much easier layout for the second floor. Ooh. Alright. So, pardon me, a Ledgerman, basically a more powerful mage. They actually can cast Sleep along with Fizz, or Sizz. And they also are a bit stronger, having 28 HP, 10 MP for their magical deeds, an attack power of 26, a defense of 24, and they do give, though, 50 gold and 28 experience points. So first thing first, I'm going to actually shout out on Herb here. Ooh, that was a good call. Ooh, I got lucky with a critical hit, and they're doomed. They're dead. And 50 gold coins! Yes, please. I am very much on board with that. Anyway, so we have here 2. 532 gold coins. We make and bank. And then here is another torch. Okay, that's cool. Good to have one or two of those in stockpile. There we go. Okay. Okay, the Droll Drones. Okay, I don't remember these guys. Well, not like details. They're kind of just ugly things. But oh right, okay, yeah. These guys hit like a truck, but not that damaging. Now, 35 hit points, 24 attack, but only 6 defense, and they give 30 gold and 18 experience. So they hit like a truck, but they can't take a hit themselves. Kind of glass cannons. And that's dead. Be on the safe side. Let's munch down on another medicinal herb. And then we want to go this way. Ah, an iron shield. And you can look at an empty treasure chest, doesn't do any good. And so with this, going up from our leather shield, so we currently have a defense of 17. Now we have a defense of 23. An extra 6 points of defense. So that's good. Yeah, you again. Alright, cool. I'm not going to say no to that 50 gold coins, though. Ah, okay, Drachma. Okay. And that is the 3rd level of the Drackies. They are basically kind of upgraded, well, Drachima, or Magic Drackie, Drachima, whatever. I can't remember what they were called now. Oh well. Anyway, they have 20 hit points, attack power of 22, defense of 26, and they can cast healing and Sizz. So we are going to take the initiative. Fry you. I hate you. I hate you so much. Alright, cool. That was a little risky. But yes, enemies that heal. Oh, another level up. That's good. So let's see. Strength increased by 5, agility by 6, resilience increases by 3, HP by 2, MP by 2. Oh, and I learned snooze. I can now put enemies to sleep. I already had the flute, so I could already do that, but, you know, now I can do it without needing to use that flute. If I remember correctly, the flute has a better chance of doing it. I can never remember. Oh, well, that herb didn't actually heal us to full. Still 36 health. We're in pretty good shape here. Especially with our attack power of 40 and our defense of 26. Now, this is the main reason to come in here, in case the extra, decor didn't give it the hint. Warrior's Ring. The Warrior's Ring is actually not something I'm going to be using for the moment. Well, actually, yeah, because the Warrior's Ring, well, it is 40 and 26. If I equip this Warrior's Ring, alright, I swore that thing gave you a boost to attack power. Oh, I can have both of these equipped. Okay, I thought that you could only have, like, the accessory slot, you can only have one or the other. But yeah, the Warrior's Ring is an accessory, and essentially what it does is, if I remember correctly, well, I was under the impression it gave you +2 to attack power, but I might be wrong on that one. One moment here. Okay, so it increases the damage of critical hits, apparently, or better, increases your chance of that, okay. So yeah, good thing to have, definitely, obviously, but, anyway, there's still a couple of more things that we can pick up in here. If I could walk straight, thank you, game. Alright, then we go here, here, there we go. Seat of Strength. Oh! Fortunately, you can't use items from the chest, because this is a Seat of Strength. We're just going to eat this anyway. But yeah, let's get rid of the torch. The leather shield I can sell for a bit of money. Medicinal herb will be useful, as will the Chimera Wing. And the fairy flute is a necessary item, and we can't throw it away. But the torch only costs 8 gold, and we're not going to need one for, at least not long enough for us to first find something else. So yeah, get rid of the torch. Eat the Seat of Strength. Ooh, we got 3, maximum boost. And then this is a Seat of Magic. Seat of Magic boosts MP. Ooh, 4 points. Sweet. Alright, cool. We've now gotten everything we need out of this cave. And now it's just a matter of getting out of here alive. With our 1,000 gold. Heck yeah. Oh wait. Yeah, no, this was the right turn. And then we're going to go here. Oh! Okay. So, Fightergeist. Obviously, upgraded Ghost. And the Fightergeist has 23 HP, can use Fireball, that's 10 MP for using that, attack of 18, defense of 20, and they give you 19 gold and 15 experience. Let's give this a try. There we go. Nope, nope, not that way. This, no, wouldn't have mattered. I still had to go the same direction. Could have gotten to where I wanted to go. Okay, that's cool. That's fine. It's good. It's all good. It's all gravy. I hate you. That was stupid of you to do. There we go. And let's actually... Oh, we still got 2 herbs left. And come here to go back up to the first floor. Not walking the walls. That's great. Don't do that. Yeah, I feel like a pretty big badass right now. And, yeah, okay, now that we've gotten the Warrior's Ring, which, as I said, completely optional item, but it is fairly useful to have. And this is kind of a good kind of beginning test, you know, are you ready to go forward to the actual places you need to go to? So, you know, worth doing, definitely. And plus, you know, this is probably the first spot without just, like, blatantly grinding that you're probably going to get a good amount of money just doing normal exploration stuff. And there we go. We have reached and completed the Rocky Cave. So, I'm going to head back to Tantagel, save our game, probably do some shopping. Oh, skeleton. Okay, you know, we could also talk about new enemy types. That's also a thing we could do, I suppose. So yeah, skeletons are in that kind of second set of enemies that appear near Cole or down here on the world map as well. And, well, they're walking skeletons. They have pretty high HP with 30 hit points, and pretty durable dudes overall with 28 attack, 22 defense. They give you 42 gold and 25 experience points. So I'm gonna, you know, cook what little flesh this guy has left on him. There we go. All right. So anyway, as I was saying, I'm going to head back to Tantagel, save my game, do stuff like that. And, so we'll call it a day for the moment. A bit longer than the last time, though we actually got something accomplished here when getting the Warrior's Ring. Optional objective, but an objective nonetheless. So, tune in next time, folks, where we are going to, well, travel off to the south. Or travel to the south of Cole. To find Rimuldar, and then from there, we're going to finally get our hands on get our hands on some items that have been eluding us for a while behind locked doors. But more importantly, we are going to hopefully make our way up to Gallenholm and finally get our hands on a harp for some useful purposes. Anyway, until then, as always, die Dracolite. Also, later, folks.